Hello, my name is Navigator. In today's video, we're going to be going over some weekend and weekend pickups is probably the way I could call it, but weekend pickups. We got a lot here today. Today I went to Upstate New York Comic-Con, the world's largest yard sale at the Herkimer County Fairgrounds. I just ran downstairs and let my dogs in right before I made the video and ran back up, so I'm out of breath for a hot second there, but we'll be okay. I'll get my step back. We have a couple other things here as well. I did go out to Syracuse today as well, but really quickly, just going over some weekend pickups along with everything from Upstate New York Comic-Con. All right, real quick, just to get out of the way, I did end up finishing that Jango Fett Starship, so we do have that right here. And this is really cool. Very similar, if not like identical, aside from the colors, to the normal Boba Fett Starship that we already have. I didn't review that on the channel. I think I got that before I even started the channel, but still really cool to have this set. Came with Jango, and actually I kind of displayed it right here. All the minifigures. We have, what's his name? Lama Su, a really cool Jango Fett minifigure right there. Let's see if we can get some focus on it. And then we have a young Boba right there, and this is like a little kind of like, I don't even know, like transport shuttle thing, and also a display for the ship. But I'm going to show that off real quick once more. And there we go. This is $55 on Target. And you can probably just price match that if you go into store. And Target also has a buy $40 worth of toys, get $10 off deal as well. So you can actually get some real money off of that, like $70 set. So definitely go take advantage of that. But from Syracuse today, I did stop by Larger Than Life. I'm trying to build out my Bad Batch collection, and I really needed a Fennec Shand. She makes a lot of appearances in the show, so I wanted to get this. I was thinking it was going to be super expensive, but I went to Larger Than Life, and it was only $30, so that really wasn't too bad for me. And they also had their spring sale. Where's my little thing for that? Right here. So their spring sale, I'll show this off, and they had Star Wars collectibles, buy one, get one half off. So I also grabbed this like Yoda on this little platform, and I thought this would be really cool to throw in my bar scene, taking out the Yoda figure, obviously, but just kind of having it like that. This would be like a nice little table kind of game setup in my Bad Batch Cantina, or what is it, the Ord Mantell Cantina. So we got that for like, what was it, like $4 or something, because of the half off thing. So that was a really good deal. I will admit, Larger Than Life does, they do have really high prices on stuff, but when they have deals like this, there's certain things that you can get a real bargain on. So I took advantage of that. And then the last stuff that I grabbed from Larger Than Life, a little advert for their summer party, which was pretty fun. I did stop by that last year. And then I also grabbed one of these new Edgar Rice Burroughs in the World Legends packs. I'm a big fan of John Carter of Mars, big fan of Tarzan and stories like that. So I'm very curious to see what this is going to be about. This is from the Overpower card game. So we'll see what happens with that. And then like last time, on top of their little like Pokemon, little like game things or whatever, they always have these posters. So I grabbed another one of those Chaos Rising posters. And I'll probably just give that to one of my friends or something. All right, so here is everything from Upstate New York Comic-Con. I got some really great comics. I'll tell you about all of them as we get to it, but I want to go over the literature first. So number one, we just kind of have the comic bag for Upstate New York Comic-Con. There's that right there. We also got a little flyer for Empire State Comics. This is located at the Mohawk Community Market in Herkimer, New York. So if you guys are curious, that's local. And I didn't even realize this is a 10% off coupon. I'm gonna go take advantage of this tomorrow. Hell yeah! There you go. That's my plans for tomorrow. I'm gonna go grab some comics from there. But there's a 10% off coupon. We also grabbed this little thing from Earth Prime Comics, and they gave me a little clue on the Empire Comic Fest in Rochester, which is going to be in early July. So I'm going to try to trying to check that out. But there you go, Earth Prime. Shout out to them. I got a lot of the Jonah Hexes from them today, and then also a little sticker from Upstate New York Comic Con. So we have that as well. All right, here are the comics. So Jonah Hex number 79. This is one that I need from that original 1977 collection. These I actually picked up at Ravenswood last night, and I was kind of getting out of the way. We do have X-Force Annual number 2, the first appearance of Extreme. A very interesting character. I would definitely go check out Sir Superhero's video on Extreme. The whole reason I bought this comic is because of that video, so go check it out here on YouTube. But Sir Superhero's video on what was like the most 90s X-Men character ever. Extreme. Super cool. And we also grabbed issue 1 of Spider-Man Long Way Home. Apparently this is Spider-Man, Hulk, and Punisher fighting their way back home from South America as it was described to me. You can see the Hulk, Spider-Man, and then the skull for Punisher right there. So I'm very curious to see what that is about. I'll throw those off to the side though. So from the Upstate New York Comic-Con, like I said, Jonah Hex number 79. for 50 cents, Army at War from Empire State Comics. So that was really cool. And the Jonah Hex from Earth Prime, again from Empire State. I literally was like, oh my god, they have 50-cent comics here. And I went into my car and grabbed $2.50 worth of change. So I grabbed that comic. We have this Superman and Batman here. I just thought the cover was super trippy for $1. I thought that was awesome. And then my last dollar, of course, was on this Weird Western Tales Jonah Hex. I might already have this, to be honest, and sorry for stammering over my words today. I don't know what's going on. You guys know me. I'm usually not this bad with the, misplacing my words. But from Earth Prime, again, we also did get a bunch of Jonah Hex. We have Riders of the Worm and Such issue 2, so I'm done with this 5-issue series. I'm also done now with Two Gun Mojo. I didn't even know this series existed. I had issue 1 signed, but I have it in like my signed area, so I always forget about it. And once I saw issue 1 again, I was like, oh my god, I gotta get the rest of the series. So we have 2, 3, 4, and 5, so Two Gun Mojo is done. Slowly chipping away at my Jonah Hex collection. And then from Ravenswood, we got this really sweet Green Lantern cover. What was it? Battleground Oa. I just thought that was super cool. I might already have this, but for $3, why not? I don't know who I bought this from. I think it was Corey's Comics. But we have Static Shock #1. I was able to get him for $15. He had him labeled for 20, and he actually sold it for 15. Static Shock, a show that I grew up watching. This thing is just incredible. Super fortunate to have that now in my collection. And then for $2, it is a little damaged, but you guys know me. I made a whole video about this, I'm pretty sure. Or at least I was like really happy about it when I made it. But we have the first appearance of Larfleeze. This is crazy. Green Lantern issue 39. Absolutely incredible. This is just nuts. So we have that. What else do we have here? Star Wars Republic. Oh yeah, this is the first appearance of Alpha 17, who is like this crazy cool clone. But that was really cool. Got that for $20. Very happy with that. And then I got this interesting Green Lantern comic from Future State, signed by Rainey, who is, I guess, one of the artists or writers. You can see him right there. And I guess it's the first appearance of the God in Red. So I'm going to have to check that out. I should know. I'm a pretty big Green Lantern nerd, but I got a nerd, not nerd. This isn't Skyrim. But we also grabbed the debut of, what was this? The History of the DC Universe, Book 1. I guess it's the debut of the Universe but for $1. I was like, sure, I'll take it. And then this was awesome. Issue 9 and 10 of Green Lantern 2006, right? Yeah, 2006, Jeff Johns. This is the origin and the first appearance of the second Tattooed Man, and then also the first appearance of the Sinestro Corps. Again, some comics that I was really looking for this collection. Really needed these, and I got them for such a, $3 for 2 comics. That was just incredible. So, folks, my tongue is tied. The only other video I'm going to do today is just this review of the Fennec Shand to get it out of the way. But this was my review, a quick weekend haul, larger than life, toys and comics in Destiny USA in Syracuse, New York. You see, I'm struggling here, folks. I went out to the world's largest toy sale, didn't get anything. That was at the Herkimer County Fairgrounds. And then also a massive shout out to the Upstate New York Comic-Con. And I got some great stuff there. So shout out to everyone that was there. It was a really great day. All right, folks, my tongue is tied. We'll see how this Fennec Shand video goes. But as always, my name is Navigator. Have a nice day. Take care.